Minecraft came out in 2010, which means that there might be people watching this video who weren't even born when it came into the world. How crazy is that? But it got me thinking, what was Minecraft like back then? Today, we literally have working computers in Minecraft, but how creative were people 13 years ago? I wanted to find out, so I downloaded some of the oldest maps that I could find so we could have a look and see if they hold up to today's standards. And first up, a giraffe. So we've loaded into the world, and there's actually quite a lot of things here. We came here for the giraffe, and here it is. I'm not sure why there's ladders on the. Oh, okay. So it's like a giraffe base. That's kind of cute. It's got obsidian for ears. And the cool thing about this is that this was done in survival. Like, all of this was done in survival. I don't really know what this is. Some glass structure to an obstacle course. Okay, well, that is a later map I have in the video. But, okay, let's do this. Oh, I would have died. He even has an ice ring. That's so cool. And the thing is, back in this version of Minecraft, there were no gold farms and diamond farms. I don't even know if that's a thing. And all of this was done in survival. Those 3 diamond blocks alone probably took hours and hours to get. And for me, this gives me so much nostalgia because I remember my first Minecraft world looking like this. There were no gimmicks, there were no shortcuts. You have to spend hours mining and hours building. Sadly, this doesn't look like ever finished construction. So yeah, we came for the giraffe, but we got a pretty nostalgic ride. And I'm gonna rate this map a solid 10 out of 10. Now for the giraffe built in 2023. And this wasn't a downloadable map, this was a schematic, which means I could load into my own world and then use World Edit to paste in the build into my world. That was hard to say. And honestly, I have no idea what it's gonna look like, because the picture was kind of hard to judge, and oh my god. This thing is huge. What? It's massive. I can't even fly fast enough to get to the top of this thing. Okay, I'm finally at the top, above the clouds. And wow, this is honestly insane. And I think this is one of the key differences between Minecraft then and Minecraft now. Look back at the other giraffe. It had ladders on its legs and gold and dirt. And that was it. You were limited with what you could do. There weren't as many blocks. And also, I swear, people have a lot more time on their hands now. I remember getting back from school and being allowed to play Minecraft for like an hour. If I built this back then, it would have literally taken me about 3 years. Although I was pretty bad at building. So I kind of have to give this giraffe a 10. And I also probably have to say it's a better giraffe than the first build. And now it's time to compare 2 more builds. And this time, we're going for parkour. Ow. So the map download link was broken for this one, but the schematic download link wasn't. So I loaded into my giraffe world and pasted it in, and wow. Definitely not the most aesthetic parkour build I've ever seen. So it sort of looks like we have multiple rooms in this center bit here, which I guess are different levels. They all look pretty similar, just with different blocks, and they're not really too difficult. Okay, let's forget I said that. I think parkour was one of the first mini-games in Minecraft that people try to build, because you can do it with any block, and you can make it as challenging as you want, really. And as far as I could find, this is the first attempt someone had made at a sort of level-based design, which, you know, is pretty cool. But I feel like the old build is doomed to fail in this comparison. Because whilst this is pretty cool and probably took a long time to make, it's just pretty basic. And it doesn't really look that nice. It's basically just a big stone slab. Now it's time to see how that holds up against modern day parkour maps. And it's not looking good for the old map. Oh, okay. There's checkpoints in this one. That's new. Not only is the parkour a lot more fun, it's also really aesthetic. Like, I'm actually enjoying this. I kind of feel like I'm in a Reddit TikTok video, though. I'm kind of determined to complete this now, even though I don't really need to. I mean, look how impressive this is compared to the last one. Just visuals alone. I think parkour is probably the best example of how maps have evolved over the years. So yeah, I got to the top, ignore the fact I'm in creative mode, and I win the diamonds. Thank you very much. So yeah, I think the new parkour map definitely beats the old parkour map. I can't really think of any charming things to say about the old one, to be honest. Anyway, on to our next map. Now we find ourselves on the oldest version of Minecraft, literally 1.0. That seems to be the only version of the game that I could even load this map onto. I don't know about you, but when I used to make creative worlds, one of the things I tried to build was a hotel. And this is the oldest hotel that Minecraft has to offer. Built in November 2010, this is Small Shore Hote, because I guess they couldn't fit hotel on this sign. So I guess this is the lobby, pretty basic. And the maintenance tunnel. I didn't even know you could stack to 124. And I can't even get out of the maintenance tunnel. So I guess I'll have to build out. Now for the rooms. We have room A, which is quite nice. Quite a hard bed, so I presume they hadn't even added wool to this version of the game. The rooftop is a roof. Annoyingly, I can't fly around this thing because I can't change to creative mode in this version. But I don't really think I need to fly around to show you because, you know, it's pretty basic. Oh, look, we have our first guest. And there you go. Nice. So, going from the oldest hotel in Minecraft to the newest hotel in Minecraft. And my god, this place is huge. Unlike the last one, which I'm pretty sure was built in survival, this build was definitely entirely built in creative. We've even got a pool and a water slide. And of course, the main hotel itself. I can't believe how big this actually is. We probably won't have time to explore all of it. There's even an aquarium with turtles swimming around. That is so cool. There's a reception with hotel staff swimming up waterfalls, apparently. Even an elevator, which I don't think works. So we'll just fly up for now. Okay, compared to the old map, this room is a lot nicer. We've even got the wall beds. I'm guessing the bathroom's here. Yep. I wonder if this water works. No. That would have been cool. We've even got a staircase in case the elevator isn't working, which it isn't, so that's good. And the luxury rooms on the top floor, which just look pretty cool. There's even a hot tub. That is sick. And a view of the rest of the hotel. I think if you showed the guy who built the last hotel, this hotel, back in the day, he would have had a heart attack. And as much as I love this old little hotel for nostalgia purposes, I think this one is the winner in the hotel build. I mean, I would like to stay here. And from luxury and not so luxury hotels, we go on to our next build. And for this one, I want you to see if you can guess which build was made in 2010 and which build was made last year. So, are you ready to guess? This is number 1. It's pretty nice. They've gone for a wool design here. Quite flammable. I really think you might struggle to find which is the... Oh. Yeah, this one was never going to be much of a challenge. Even though this church is pretty nice, I think they've gone for a pretty basic color choice. But they do have a nice golden bell up here, which is kind of cool. This was made 18th of December 2010, and I think it's one of the first churches ever built in Minecraft. And you know what? I kind of respect it. I don't really know what's going on with the random holes in the floor and underneath, but yeah. I really do think this church could walk, so this one could run. If that makes sense. This is more of a cathedral, but I mean, come on. This is one of the most impressive things I've ever seen. Everything's just perfect, and I'm not going to spend too much time looking at it, because, I mean, what is there to say? Everything's amazing with it. And if it's going against this pile of white wool, then yeah, it's an easy contest. It even has stained glass, which the light rays are pouring in through, which is so cool. The scale is kind of hard to comprehend when you're inside, but I mean, look at the outside. It must have taken months to finish. I'm pretty sure this uses almost like 1 million blocks or something like that, which is insane. So, sorry, little church, but I think you've been bested in this one. Once again, it seems that experience beats nostalgia. This is a Star Destroyer. At least the first Star Destroyer anyone's tried to build in Minecraft. And it's okay. It's pretty cool. You can't really go wrong with the shape. And there are turrets and a little viewing station up here. And on the inside, which I don't really know what's going on here. Honestly, I don't really know what happened to the back here. I don't know if it's meant to be the engine, in which case it would probably look better like this. Yeah, I don't really know if anything got cut off here or if it was meant to be like that, but I fixed it up anyway, so it's not pouring over our small, very flammable woolen church. So for Minecraft's first Star Destroyer, it's not that bad. Now, one of Minecraft's newest Star Destroyers, and this one took quite a while for my computer to render. Apparently it's 440 meters long, and it comes with all the turrets, which they look so cool. They even have a turret control room, which we'll get onto later. When I was a kid, if I could have built something like this, then wow, that would have been my life. That's all I would have done. And this hangar is huge, and I'm pretty sure that there are so many rooms in this ship, and each one has a function. There's even mini ships inside of the hangar. This has to be on my favorite build out of all. Wait, no way. Even the mini ships in the hangar have their own interior. I am speechless. And once again, it goes to show that Minecraft players have huge imaginations now and extreme talent in design. But you have to remember, whilst this first Star Destroyer kind of looks basic, it still took someone to imagine that they could do it in Minecraft. They had no references to use, they didn't know what blocks to place, and honestly, I think that makes it all the more impressive. And now it's time to move on to our final build. I think this is the most impressive build I could find from early Minecraft, which is why I saved it for last. Because whilst people were limited by knowledge of the game, the blocks they could use, and even the mechanics of the game, that didn't stop someone from building this insane castle. And let's be honest, when we all first played Minecraft, we all wanted a castle base. And this guy and a bunch of friends took that to the next level and built an entire fortress. But this was on the earliest version, so there were really limited blocks to work with here. But it's huge, and it looks pretty cool. I can't read Japanese, but I presume it's something nice. Sape. In translation. Okay, I don't know what that means either. Honestly, this build was big, but there was one single aspect of it that really hit me quite hard. You see, I could go on Planet Minecraft and download a castle base that's 100 times bigger and better than this one. But that wasn't the point of this video. I'm not just showing you old builds to point out how far building has progressed over the past 13 years, but instead to highlight something that we may never get to experience again in a game. Judging from this sign, I think it's safe to presume that this castle was built by either a couple or a pair of siblings or some really close friends. And if you use your imagination, you can really start to paint a picture. So that's what I'm going to do. Billy built this world when he was 14 years old. He got home one day after football practice and his dad presented him with a brand new laptop. 8GB of RAM, a 1080p screen. Billy's dad opened up Minecraft for him and talked him through the process of making a world that he could share with his friends. This wasn't easy back in the day, and Billy's dad had been up all night researching how to do it. Billy hopped onto the laptop straight away and immediately installed Skype and added Evelyn, his girlfriend. Billy was 14 years old and had been with Evelyn for 6 months. Summer break had just started. Billy and Evelyn learned the ropes of Minecraft together. They had no Wikipedia or tutorials, they just played and learned and played some more. A few of Billy's friends joined in too, and even his dad made his own account. And eventually, the group decided to take on a project that would last them the entirety of summer break. A project so great, no one else would ever build anything quite so magnificent ever again. A month rolled by. Most of Billy's friends had grown tired of the world, and Billy and Eleanor were making the most of the summer nights, leaving their Minecraft world to sit stagnant. But they were so close to finishing. Billy's dad knew this, so one night when Billy was at Evelyn's house, he hopped onto the world. He built a giant samurai sword, expanded on the castle walls, added lampposts to the pathways, and a fountain that reminded him of the one outside of the hospital where he and Billy had been informed of his wife and Billy's mother's passing. He made this into a lava fountain, hoping Billy wouldn't recognize the similarities. Billy's dad didn't know why he placed the sign. He just did. He didn't really know who it was directed at, Billy or his deceased wife, or both, but he didn't care. It just felt right. Billy never went back on that world. He's 27 now. Him and Evelyn are married with a baby girl called Hallie and a golden retriever named Buddy. Evelyn just graduated medical school after a long 6 years of study. There wasn't much time for Minecraft. Billy had been feeling down for the past couple of weeks, understandably. His father had passed away 2 weeks ago. He knew it was coming, just as much as he knew there was nothing he or anyone else could have done to prevent it, but that didn't make it any easier. Billy was at his old family home, clearing out some old junk when he came across his old laptop. As if being possessed by a spirit, Billy dusted off the ancient relic and powered it up. It ran at a snail's pace, but he had time. The only icon in the taskbar was Minecraft. He opened the game up, not bothering to update it, ignoring the tens of pop-ups being spewed out by the old machine. He opened his world as he realized he was logged into his dad's account instead of his. He was just about to close the game and switch to his own when the world loaded in. And there it was, a simple sign. A simple sign that spoke an infinite amount of words.